Mm, mm, Child, from talking about men and women separately and together to talking about rich and poor folk chasing after one another. From talking about the need to believe in God to talking about the need of sex and its exact duration. From talking about the many images beauty comes in to talking about mental health. Finally. Okay? And with all that, child, I need some water and a couch. What? That's not my fault, shoot. That was a lot for a first session. And oddly enough, with all these topics I've covered, I know I've only barely scratched the surface of most of them. Hey, it is impossible to talk about all these subjects in full. Okay, number one, it would take too long. And number two, these subjects are subjective. You could talk about these shits forever. Okay, but now that the first session is officially done, finally, here are some of my notes and or things that I may have missed, forgotten, or quote unquote remembered after the quote unquote episodes were made that I wanted to quote unquote add in. For love, it can change anything. And to some extent, it's something that everybody needs. In which form? I don't know. It's really, that depends on the person, okay? But it really is all around. And you're gonna make it after all. Thank you, Sister Mary Tyler Moore, for that one. With we them boys, I don't know. Is it boys to men or will boys always be boys? Yeah, I don't know. That's still being decided amongst the panel of analysts. But masculinity, yeah, it's extremely toxic. It's extremely toxic. From the use of the Bible to justify their BS, to having to try to pretend that they don't have emotions and acting out since they can't deal with their emotions properly. Or as one man put it, the male version of crying is like trying to act like it doesn't hurt. And trust me, there's no greater pain and hurt, and trying to act like it doesn't. Now, for all my independent women, the internal workings of a woman really is something else. From pregnancy, which, that really is a matter of life and death in more cases than not, okay? From the risk of miscarriage before and during childbirth to the quote-unquote stress and pain during childbirth and after. And especially with postpartum depression, oh child, then suicide thoughts and tend to kill the mother more than the birth, or more than birth control, or more than complications of pregnancy ever could. And then, of course, not to mention periods, the cravings, the mood swings, and the leaking. Talk about you can't wear bright colors for a while. And then, of course, there's also premenopause and menopause. I really gotta give it up to women. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all manage. I really don't. And was it good for you? To be honest, sex is what you make it, whether it's foreplay or intercourse, or as I call it, aka the opening act or the main event, whichever one you like. Do what pleases you. And of course, remember say, nobody ever knows sitting near you. Thank you, Cranium. You always are given the best advice when it comes to sex, apparently. Now, as far as where's your significant other is concerned, gay struggles or LGBTQIA plus, whatever acronym it is nowadays, since they keeps adding on new letters to everything. First and foremost, let me go ahead and say this. Being gay, lesbian, bi, trans, that's not a choice in no way, shape, sense, or form. It's not like a light switch. You can't turn the feelings on and off, because if so, that can go for straight people too, which, y'all need to go ahead and get that through your mind. It's not a choice. You don't get a choice in that, all right? But yeah, it's a mess. And LGBTQ people, they go through a lot of struggles, okay? From being turned down from a job or housing just because of who they are, to the crazy concept of coming out, which of course that means, you have to tell people what your orientation is or what your situation is, whether you're gay, bi, les, trans, asexual, intersex, demisexual, sapiosexual, whatever it is. Which, why the hell we have to do that? Or why the hell they have to do that? I don't know. Straight people don't have to do it. Whatever, child. Now, with uptown versus downtown, let's be real. Both sides have their own issues and no problems. Okay, the grass is not greener on either side. I'm gonna just let it be known. Okay. Now, with the Caribbean, or as I call it, Little Africa, I love it. Okay, with all the BS, idiocy, makakia, or fuckery that takes place in it, child, it's amazing. With the hurricanes, earthquakes, what other weather patterns going on, the crime, the corruption, the cost, ugh, too much. Oh, and let me go ahead and say this. Haiti is not cursed, all right? It's just a matter of geography. We're susceptible to hurricanes. What can I say? Okay, I didn't kind of map that shit out. Now, escobianatetu, mental health is very much vital. It's essential. It has just as much of an effect on your health as your physical health does. Trust me, if not more. Okay, do me a favor. Go inside your mind and see what is going on in there, and make sure it's functioning as well, or if not, better than your physical health. Trust me, your mental psyche can take you out far better than your physical ever could, because wounds can heal. But trust me, your brain, that'll cause other problems well along down the line. Now with blanc ou soit noir, et puis blanc et noir, white, black, or in between, nobody's better than nobody. Don't care what nobody want to say, okay? We all still believe the same. We all still are entitled to the same thing, which is death. And also, what makes you better than me? Nothing. And nobody. Now, with men and women going at it again, men and women, at the end of the day, they can't live with and they can't live without one another. Well, more some men can't live without women, and women definitely can live without men, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, Lord. Now, all families are messed up. That's very much true. But at the end of the day, family is family. Okay, but you're not required to love them, always be with them, or do anything with and or for them. Since, you know, family can be just as trifling and just as fake as any stranger on the street. Oh, and to my young parents, let me go ahead and say this. I love seeing y'all. It's always nice to see y'all. Y'all almost gonna be baby fever, but let me go ahead and say this. Stop tossing your children to your parents to go live the rest of your youth out, okay? If y'all didn't want to give it up, y'all should have used a condom. Y'all should have used birth control. Y'all should have used a dental dam, or whatever other form of contraception there is out there. The Nuva ring, whatever, all right? When you have children, they come before you, all right? Now, you better praise him. Your God is your God. Whether it's one singular or several gods. You know, we're not prejudiced over here. And your belief system is your belief system. Whether it's science, God, or it's just an inanimate object. I don't know, trust me. A lot of things you can believe in. Now, for do it for the culture, y'all. Now, for do it for the culture, y'all, culture is your roots. Your origin, your quote-unquote seasoning, if you will. You can take others and make your own quote-unquote spice rack, but please remember, it has to be used correctly and in some aspects sparingly, because trust me, you don't know how to use, just like if you don't know how to use spices in the kitchen, that food will come out trash. And don't invite me coming to your house, because I'm not eating no trash-ass food, or no food that's not been seasoned, has not been washed, and not been cooked properly. I ain't gonna fuck up my stomach because y'all don't know how to cook. No. All right. Now, don't you all do that anyways? Stereotypes do not represent who people are. Although there may have some who ring true, that is not the full story. No matter what you want to believe, or no matter what the hell you read, or no matter what the hell you see. Okay. Now, for a mirror, what do you see? Healthy looks different for everybody, but you better make sure, and you have to make sure, that you can still move around naturally and your weight does not disrupt your other bodily functions. And or, you know, Your body doesn't, resemble food or any inanimate objects. I should not be seeing cottage cheese in them legs, and I shouldn't be seeing men having goddamn D-cup-sized bras just because apparently exercise, diet, and a goddamn treadmill or walking around seems like a challenge. No, get it together, okay? If y'all asking the women to keep their bodies up, y'all better keep y'all bodies up too. I shouldn't have to be seeing her looking all the way good all throughout her life, and then meanwhile you over here looking like somebody's got them deformed, whatever creature, or over here looking like Jabba the Hutt. No, okay? Donald Trump should not be y'all goddamn influence, because that man is, I don't know what kind of science experiment that is. From that mythical thing he calls hair to that, Melania, why, girl? Why? You are beautiful, and you actually have something to offer, girl. You need to leave and take his money, girl, because you shouldn't be, I don't know. And then, of course, Mitch McConnell with that kind of, I don't know what kind of deformed scrotum that is. He has a bunch of money. Lord knows he began sponsored by all kinds of big corporations. He needs to go care himself, go a doctor, fix it. Do something with it, because that's not right. Wifey shouldn't have to be. Lord Jesus, I'm nuts. Oh, God, I can't. Now for MYOB/OPP, everybody has been up in somebody else's business at some point, okay? Whether it's just being hella observant or just being straight up nosy and all up in everybody else's business. It is what it is. Now, if you want your business to stay your business and yours only, keep that shit to yourself. Don't put it on social media. You put it out there, everybody has a right to talk about it, have an opinion on it, or place judgment on it. It is what it is. Okay? You did it to yourself. And of course, for the last one, say what? Languages are just like tattoos. You can get as many as you would like. But now how long you actually decide to keep them and what you decide to do with them, that's up to you, and that's your own business. Ooh, Lord have mercy, I'm tired. Jesse, weak, but you getting back a bab. But that's it in a nutshell. And that concludes, this officially concludes the first session of Thoughts of a Retro Bystander. Ah, yes, period. Jesus, that is killing me. Braids ain't something. Braids are something, aren't they? But wait. This is only the beginning. And baby, guess what? We renew for 5 more sessions, bitch. Yes, 5. Yes, child. 5 more sessions. What, y'all thought it was going to stop at one alone? We have too many goddamn. So we have so much more to talk about. This is only the beginning. And trust me, the way the season went and as fast as I managed to do this goddamn season, child, listen. I mean, we came up with the concept last year, and Lorna's, we only started in April, and Lorna's, it's only August. It's only been roughly 4 months since I started the project. Actually 5 officially, since, it's been past the 18th or the 20th. So I've done a lot within these past 5 months. So yeah. And honey, yes, there is a whole lot more for us to talk about. A whole lot more shit for us to dive into. And Lorna's, I can't wait. And I know y'all can't wait either. But luckily, y'all won't have to wait for long. Session 2, the promos are already done. And Lord knows, it's just a matter of writing the scripts. And before you know it, y'all gonna be seeing new episodes, girl. So look out for that, okay? Session 2 will be coming this winter, 2021. Okay? So y'all better get ready. Session 1 is officially done as of this moment. And Session 2 is already in route. Look out for it. The first episode will be I Want to Rule My Destiny / half full, half empty. Or half empty or half full. We never know which one comes first. So get ready and go ahead, because this is about to be something. And this is going to be a long couple years. Do what y'all want. Stick around if you want. And of course, y'all do not have to subscribe. Y'all don't have to like. Y'all don't have to do none of that. We're not one of those handles. If you manage to find it, you manage to find it. That's your own business. Do what you want. And of course, if you decide to stick around, drop a comment. Do what you want. It's your business.